Hello everyone, welcome to this super course of Python for beginners from an AI/ML perspective. As you know guys, nowadays we have a lower attention span and if nothing excites us in 4 seconds, we will move forward. So if you come up with that expectation, let me tell you that in this super series, I will try to explain every concept in which some concept you may already know, some you don't know. So be consistent with the codes and even you know the concept, don't skip it as this will help you to revise the concept and even if you skip it, you know it that you are not going to learn anywhere, right? You will end up scrolling the reels and the shorts, so better to revise it. Okay, so be consistent with the course and trust the process. You may sometime feel that it is a slow pace course or it maybe is going too fast, so you can adjust accordingly the playback speed in the from the YouTube second. Also, if you still feel it, you can tell me in the comment section that you need further more explanation about that particular topic. I can make another video, especially even if you are a single person, I will make a video for you to make you understand and explain it further in detail. Okay, and if you don't understand anything in the lecture or face any problem with the software code or anything else, and even if you are watching it after a year or after 2 years or whatever the time period has been gone, let me know in the comment section. I will definitely respond to your query and trying to resolve it. So without any further delay, let's get started. So the first thing you need to learn when learning Python is to learn about ID. So ID is basically a place where software developer write their code. Okay. So ID stands for Integrated Development Environment. And basically it is a software application that provide comprehensive tools and feature to us as a software developer for coding, to write the code and testing that code and debugging that code. Debugging is basically a process of finding error in code and resolving them. Okay, let's talk about some popular ID which is used in real world. In real MNCs, I have seen these popular IDs has been used for particular languages and for multiple clients. So I'm going to share that my experience, what ID I have seen personally for different because I have worked across multiple domains and multiple skills I have worked with. So I have gone through with different IDs as well. So the first is Visual Studio, which I have primarily seen for .NET framework. So let me tell you, when I say primarily, it means it is mainly used for that particular language in real world, but it can be used for other languages as well. So it supports other languages, but primarily organization when they are utilizing .NET framework, they are want to go through this Visual Studio IDE. Okay. Second is the Eclipse, which is primarily used for Java. So if you are utilizing Java language, then you may want to go for Eclipse. Next is IntelliJ IDEA. It is primarily utilized for Java and Kotlin. Next is PyCharm, which is primarily used for Python languages. So like we can use this PyCharm as well as we are going to develop Python code. Next is Visual Studio Code, that is VS Code, which supports a wide range of languages. VS Code is actually the most popular tool I ever seen, like in terms of IDE. Remember, the Visual Studio is different and Visual Studio Code is different. And it is utilized for so many different purposes. It is utilized by front-end developers, it is utilized by back-end developers, database developers, and even as a infrastructure as a code developer. So whether you are working with the cloud, AWS, Azure, or Google, it can integrate with that. And you are working with the JavaScript, you are working with the Python, you are working with the HashiCorp Corporation language or anything, it can integrate with almost everything. So this is the most popular idea I ever seen with the multiple clients I work with and multiple organization and companies I work with. I have seen this tool in almost every company I work. Next is Atom. It also support many languages, but it is not that much popular as compared to the Visual Studio Code. Next is NetBeans, which is primarily used for Java and the PHP developers. And the next is Xcode. So Xcode is the official IDE for the Apple platform. Means it is developed by Apple itself, and it is used for when you are writing the code in Swift language or when software developers are developing code for the Apple products like iPhone or MacBook. So then we are going to utilize Xcode if you want to develop product specifically for the Apple product. So this is the official ID. So whenever you see this App Store application on the Apple Store, chances are it is mostly developed on the Xcode ID. Means their code is written on Xcode basically. So this is the official ID. However, Apple products can be developed on other platforms as well. It is not like restricted to just Xcode, but primarily and officially they have released their ID. So generally, in my personal experience, every time we write code for any Apple products, we are going to utilize Xcode only. Next is the Android Studio. So this is also an official ID from Google for Android app development. So if you want to develop an Android application, then mostly we are going to utilize this Android Studio. As I already said, it can be done on other IDs as well. But these are the most popular ID which we are talking about and which are used in real world in MNC organization. Although most IDs support wide range of languages, but in real world they are primarily utilized for a particular programming languages, and we are going to utilize VS Code for our tutorial. So you might be wondering why we are choosing VS Code, not the other IDs. They are also popular. So like if you just contest on the basis of popularity, even then VS Code comes at the top. It is the most popular IDE I ever seen because it supports every languages you work with. Another thing is it is the lightweight. Even you can run it on a low RAM machine, or if you have a low storage, low RAM, then also you can run this VS Code ID on that. Others are too heavy, which require some are require 8 GB of RAM or 16 GB of RAM to be actually run on it. And still it is very powerful. It support really cool features and work with every language. Next is it can be integrated with almost everything you require for the software development. Whether you have to connect it with the Git or Terraform or AWS, Azure, or any tool you are utilizing for your software development, you can integrate that with VS Code. That is the main function of the integrated development environment. You want to integrate multiple tools into a single feature, and you want to see them into a single UI. So that is the core feature of VS Code, and VS Code is completely fulfilling that purpose. Next, it is platform agnostic, means it runs equally well for more than one platform, and it is consistent on Windows, macOS, and Linux. So earlier, if you are working on a Windows laptop and now you are switching to Apple MacBook, then also the experience will remain consistent for you, and whatever the shortcuts you have run and whatever time you invested to learn that particular ID is not going into vain. So that is the biggest advantage of VS Code. Another is the, like I already told you, that it is a language agnostic, means it is support almost every language you want to work with: Python, Java, Jupyter Notebooks, or JavaScript, database, everything you can do in VS Code, and you can integrate everything also there. So I hope you got the clarity why we are choosing VS Code, not the others powerful ID. So without any further delay, let's start our demo and understand how to download and install and set up this VS Code. So go to your browser and search for Visual Studio Code and click on this download section. So here you can see according to your operating system, you can download it. If you are utilizing Windows, which is going to perform the tutorial on Windows. But as I already said, it is platform agnostic, means it is remain consistent and you can perform the same demo tutorial as I am doing on the Windows. You can perform on the Mac or on the Linux part. So just click on Windows and it will automatically start downloading the exe file for our VS Code. So now let's click on this executive file, click on open file. So this will open a setup wizard. So click on I accept the agreement, next, and choose the default location, name, and make sure you click these two options. So this will give you additional option in your context menu. So if you go to Windows Explorer by pressing Windows key, or also known as the start key with the E, start plus E, Windows key, and then if you go to any folder and just click here. So here the options which you are getting here, this menu is known as context menu. So you will get an option of open with code when you click on this checkbox. So I always suggest to check these options both. Okay. So click on this option, click on next, and here you will getting all the details. Just click on install, and the setup is starting to install VS Code on your computer. And as I said, it is a lightweight, so it will install in just a minute. So now uncheck this launch Visual Studio Code and click on this finish. Now open Windows Explorer by pressing Windows plus E key. So this will open our Windows Explorer, and just click on any folder and right click on it, and you will see this option of show more option in Windows 11, or if you are using Windows 10 or older version, then you can directly see this context menu. So here you can see now we have open with code option. So just click on this. So this will open your VS Code in the download folders, and you might get a pop-up asking for trusting that author. So make sure you click the trust the author option. Okay. So here you can see it is asking for themes and all. So like default theme is okay. Let me close this. Now press Control Shift and apostrophe to open the terminal, or you can directly go to this terminal and just click on new terminal. This will also open the same option. So you can see this already open in our folder, that is download. So that is another advantage, that it always work command will work in the same folder which you are working on. Okay, so now what you can do, you can type Python. So currently Python is not installed in our system. So what will it do? It will open the Microsoft Store and try to download it from there. Or you can directly go to Microsoft Store and download it and just click on enter. So this will open Microsoft Store, and you can see this it is trying to download Python 3.12. So just click on install and it will start downloading Python. So now download is completed. It is installing the Python. If I again type here Python, so you can see I am getting a version, and now here I can type the Python code here in the terminal. So I guess font size will be small for you. So let me zoom in. So to zoom in, you have to press Control and plus sign. So it will maximize. I guess this will be the perfect size for you to type it. So now we are in the interactive mode of Python. So like here I can type in string hello Python and enter. If I print it, you can see it is giving me a result. So we have created our first Python variable, which is a string, and given it a value of hello Python, and we have printed that value of Python using the built-in print function. So if you want to exit this interactive mode, you can use the exit function, that is exit and then small brackets, then press enter, then you are out of it. Also, you can use the Control D keyboard shortcut to exit interactive mode. So that's all in this video. I don't want to make too much burden on the new people or the freshers out there. But if you want, I can make longer videos. Please let me know in the comment section if you want longer videos, or if the size is okay, then also let me know in the comment section. Or if you are facing any issue while installing Python or VS Code, please let me know and I will definitely resolve your query. I know we are starting from very basic, but as we move forward, we are going to take utilization of Jupyter notebooks, Anaconda, and we are going to do full machine learning model training, and we are going to write lot of notebooks. So keep watching this series. See you guys in the next video. Make sure to subscribe and like this video. New videos will come daily.